About time England won a World Cup, innit?
You are watching and listening to Chris and Leicester Till I Die TV.
Watch us on YouTube.
Listen on your favourite podcast platform.
Or ask your smart speaker
To play the podcast Leicester Till I Die.
Subscribe, like, follow, and join in now.
Chipped in. And pulling it. It's there by David Platt. England has done it. In the last minute of extra time.
2002 made us dreaming, and the next 10 years we're dreaming, but the golden generation came along. Humiliation against Iceland, but in Russia we start crying. Got a feeling it's our time we're bringing home. Sing ooh la la.
Lineker is in the middle. They're tearing Poland apart.
Sing ooh la la.
Beckham now to Owens. Here's another Owen run. He's going to worry them again. Great run by Michael Owen. And he wants reaching up.
Sing ooh la la.
David Beckham scoring the goal that takes England all the way to the World Cup final.
You're watching Leicester Till I Die TV.
And it's live.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, good day, depending where in the world you are. Welcome to the graveyard shift of the football matches at this World Cup. It's the tea time one, or if you're posh, the dinner time game. When you're all off doing something else, doing what Dan likes to do, stuff your face, and I don't blame you. But a quick hello, we've already got Dean in. Good evening, sir. Good afternoon, good morning, good day. How the devil are you? Hope you are well too. I am fine, thank you very much. Get into the old Christmas spirit. I had my elf out earlier. Hey, that's what I call it. That's my name for it. We've all got nicknames, haven't we? But look, it's what a day! What a day at the old World Cup. Let's see what he thinks about it. I say gentleman. I mean, I do use that word very loosely. How else can I describe him today? I've got a fat bastard with me. Daniel, good evening, sir. Good afternoon, good morning, good day.
Good morning, good afternoon, konnichiwa, and whatever you say. I've got my own little mini Chris with me here as well.
Hey! I've had a shave, so it's not quite me.
It is from the back. For the view I get on a regular, it's quite a similar look.
Honestly, this is supposed to be between us, mate. You know that channel.
It's simply platonic, this relationship.
Yeah.
But no, thank you for having me, Chris. Thank you for having me.
So, well, I've had you a few times, let's be honest. It's got
these orthopedic chairs do a treat.
Yeah, it's going to be one of those, isn't it? It's going to be one of those. Can I just say, thank you very much for joining us. If you want to give everybody your details, because you're a mod on the channel, your details are always in the description below. But if you would like to tell people where they can find you, and also where they can send donations, because obviously it's bloody freezing where you are. So
It is. I'm in the warmest room in the house, and it's still bloody cold. To be fair, I've got food in my belly, so I am a little bit warm. However, that could, with how cold it is in this house, it could well turn into cold in the stomach.
Got food. You've got half a bloody Wetherspoon's menu in your belly.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It didn't cost a thing. I told them I was a food critic, so they just came out with constant food. No, that said though, you can catch us at Turf Moorhouse. And yeah, wherever, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, we are all over social media, like a social whore that I am. You can find us everywhere.
And like I say, the link is in the description below on YouTube. Doug Dukster's in. Good evening, Dukester. How are you?
Go on, Dougie.
Looking forward to our threesome later. I've got the Vaseline, mate. I've got ready to go. What a day it's been. I mean, I thought our game, well, say our game, we only watched the second half. We talked through the first half, but I thought our game was exciting. And then Daniel Amarty and the Ghanaian team, what a game that was.
Yeah, I can't say that I watched it. Obviously, I was out and about scoffing my little fat, chubby hamster cheeks. But, you know, I when I looked prior to ordering,
mate.
when I looked, obviously Ghana were 2-0 up. By the time I got back in the car and eaten, it were 2 apiece, and Ghana had just gone back in front.
Yes.
So, yeah, a very topsy-turvy day, but big score lines, which means that now that you're live, Chris, there's a very good chance we're going to see a 0-0.
I have been thinking that. I'm like, God, you know, please, it's Brazil. We can't have a 0-0. I don't think Brazil have ever had a 0-0, have they?
Not that I remember. I have pulled some stats up about them. They're unbeaten in the last.
Because I'm running behind and I don't have all my stats up.
They are unbeaten in their last 16 group stage games at the World Cup. No side has ever gone 17 without defeat in the group stages of the competition before. So, I think that says it all. And Switzerland have only won. The Swiss have only have won just one of their 8 FIFA World Cup games against South American sides. And that was Ecuador in 2014.
Yeah. Silicon, I would imagine that Doug is going to just sort of kick you out if you would be so kind with those comments, please. So let's have a look at the groups that have been affected today. Group H, and like I say, we saw South Korea 2 go. I mean, Ghana, like I say, with 2 up, seemed to be coasting it. And then South Korea, a couple of mistakes by a Leicester player, and then it all went wrong for them. But they managed to get it sorted towards the end. 3-2, and Ghana. Well, I mean, Portugal Uruguay this evening. I mean, if Portugal win it, it could be not guaranteed, but it could be bye Uruguay.
It could. It's going to make for a very interesting fixture later on this evening. As I said, yeah, I mean, you pretty much just said it there. I said it to you. It's the battle of Ronaldo against Suarez.
Yeah.
You know, Cavani against Fernandes. You could pick out big players for both teams. It's going to be an interesting one, that, because obviously, as we've seen, teams that haven't really started that well, or teams you don't expect to get anything out of these groups, have gone on and got something. So a lot of these teams have done a Kevin Keegan. They've got to go somewhere and get something, and a lot of them have.
Indeed. So Melina's in. Hello, Melina. How the devil are you? Hope you are well. I'm not going to do what Dan did this morning and having removed a comment and put it up on the screen. I will avoid doing that. But thank you, Doug, for sorting that out. If he comes back with another one like that, then yeah, ban him. But we'll see how he comes back. It may just have been a typo, but the M and the P are nowhere near together. Did you see Spurs' Son? He was so frustrated after the match. Yeah, and I think they were relying on him too much, to be honest with you. I really, really did. But look, you know, Ghana, they are the lowest ranked team in the World Cup. So all credit for them for doing that. And they could go through. And I'd love to see them, not just because of Daniel Amarty, but I'd love to see them go through.
Yeah, it'd be good. To be fair, I said before the tournament started that it would not surprise me if we see an African team go quite far in this competition. And to see a team like Ghana up there, you know, it might be the lowest ranked, but clearly together working as a team is, you know, a lot of these bigger teams have a lot of egos in the squad, shall we say? I mean, look no further than Portugal and Uruguay that we mentioned later on. So when you've got that togetherness of a small nation, it's, you know, sometimes that teamwork and that tenacity that you put together on the pitch means a lot more than individual performances.
Yes, indeed. I'll give me 5, Mike, just to get through the stats. QPR, think his manager he did get sent off because British referee controversy. Who knew it? Apparently there was 10 seconds left or something like that, or it had gone over 10 seconds, and he blew before they could take the corner, and they were not happy. Now, I'm sorry, if the time's run out, the time's run out. I can remember Jack Taylor, I think it was 1974, and they did that in a final, I believe it was. So, you know, that's, you know, the time ran out. What do you expect? You can't, you know, I don't know what's what I'm trying to say here. Time runs out, time runs out. That's it. I think if he was running towards the goal and he was in the middle of a run like that, it's different. But I think, you know, the fact that it was out of play, he had every right to stop the game.
Yeah, totally agree.
Yeah.
Totally agree. As I say, I can't speak on behalf of that game as I was out, but it seems it had it all.
By any chance, were you, Dan?
You are?
You weren't at Wetherspoons by any chance, were you?
I don't know. I didn't see the name above the door before I'd already picked what I were eating.
Scott's in. Good afternoon, all. Love seeing father and son reunited.
Hope you're well, Scott.
Cheeky bastard. Okay, here we go. Saying afternoon, Scott. Right, this is the next group, which has Brazil in it, which we are going to be looking at. Obviously, the match today. Cameroon, Serbia. We did this one together. That was a up and down and all over the place game as well, wasn't it?
It was. It had lots going on, shall we say? Very similar to, like you said, Korea, the Korea game. It's just one of those things where both teams obviously were at 0 points before a ball was kicked. Both teams knew that they had to win to get at least themselves with a fighting chance of qualifying. But a point's not bad for either of them. You know, I thought the fight from both teams shows that no matter what game they go into, and as we know, it's Brazil, Cameroon and Switzerland, Serbia that face off, there's a very good chance that we could see an upset. We could see an upset. And who's to say that Brazil aren't all they are cracked up to be? That a lot of teams think they can run before they can walk, and teams like Brazil, with all that quality, sometimes think we don't even have to get out of second gear, and that could cost them if Cameroon come all guns blazing.
With a draw, would Switzerland and Brazil go through? Not necessarily, because Cameroon and Serbia are on 1. So if either of them won the last games, they could have 4 points. So it would probably go down to goal difference or versus, you know, when they've played each other and what have you. I fancy Serbia to finish second. You asked me earlier, didn't you, on your show? And I with the way I can't see Cameroon beating Brazil. I'd love to see them go through just for the fans, but I can see Serbia beating Switzerland.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, the Swiss do have a good side, you know, and I'm sure we'll see that when Kickoff fast approaches. But I think if the Swiss have to go all out in this game, the Swiss really have to go all out in this game, because you've got to take it a game at a time. You can't just look at it and go, right, okay, if we don't get out against Brazil with the score earlier, you know, as long as we beat Serbia, because it'll be harder for the Switzerland team to face off against Serbia than it will to face off against Brazil.
Yes.
Because Serbia will have a point to prove. Brazil are comfortable where they are.
Yeah, I mean, you know, other than a loss, Brazil going to feel very, you know, confident of going through. and Serbia are going to be fighting for their lives. And we saw, when they were down against, when they were behind against Cameroon, they came back. They let it slip, I must admit, but they've still got it. But anyway, Scott is disagreeing with me. You're on very dangerous ground here, Scott. I hope you realise that. I have to disagree, Chris. I think if anyone is to upset, it would be Cameroon. Like I say, from the game earlier, toss a coin. It could go either way. I just think Cameroon, they came back, but obviously so many twists and turns in this World Cup, and I think, Mike says there Cameroon are inconsistent, and I think the fact that we're going into the third game in most of these groups, all the groups so far, we've only got France that have gone through. Qatar and Canada are the only teams that have gone out. And anything can happen on the last day. Technically, no, sorry, Mike, but technically you could say England might be through, but we don't know whether we're first or second. There's so much to play for the end, Mike covered the Korea game earlier, and it was a good one to be covering.
It was.
Yeah, that Korean match was probably one of the best so far. I agree. Scott says, sorry, Chris, wouldn't feel right agreeing with you all the time. Look, mate, when you were married as long as I was, you're not used to anybody agreeing with you. Anyone is better than Qatar, right? Maybe not Scotland, Doug, but in fairness, one or two. Right, I don't know if you've seen the teams.
I have.
But here they are, by the wonders of modern technology. Look at that. I'm not bothering with the substitutes, to be honest with you, because we'd be here all bloody day.
Just everyone who didn't make the starting 11, isn't it?
Yes,
everyone who got called up.
Yeah. Alisson in goal. Look at Brazil first. Alisson in goal. I don't know if they made many changes. You obviously Thiago Silva, Sandro, the other two I can't pronounce. Paqueta, Casemiro, Fred in the midfield, and three up front: Rafiana, Richarlison, and Junior. I've got to say, I had to eat humble pie over Richarlison in the last game. What a goal!
No, I agree. Took both of his goals well. Silenced the doubters, we could say, to be fair.
Yeah.
Because, a lot of people are thinking, how is Richarlison starting up front for Brazil, but yet, they said no to Bobby Firmino. And I'm thinking, what's going on here? But, you've got Gabriel Jesus on the bench, who's been in form at Arsenal as well.
So. Yeah.
So it's not like they've got, they've sort of, he silenced a lot of critics, as Richarlison, especially those two goals. He'll be very happy with that.
Yeah. Looking at Switzerland, Xhaka, obviously people will know. Number 15, Sal, he's got to bring the bacon home, hasn't he? Hey, come on. It's their first one. I tell you what, I'm going to give myself one of these. I think I deserve it for the first one. And just for Mike, while I think about it, just for Mike, I'm going to play this. It's coming home, it's coming home, it's coming. Anyway, Switzerland have gone for a 4-2-3-1. Predictions. We've just been asked about predictions. Let's go for predictions. We'll have to do this now. Mike's going 4-0. So get that straight in there. 4-0 Switzerland. It's not really, but I've written it down as that. Richie hat trick. Get your predictions in. We always have a little game now where we come back at the end of the game and see how wrong we all were. I've only got one right all World Cup. Dan, what are you going for?
I'm going to say 2-0 Brazil.
2-0. Oof. Now, I was thinking that. So, but because you are... I've gone that. I'm going to go 3-0 Brazil. QPR Dean has gone 3-1 to Brazil.
I was thinking that originally, but thought, no, I'll dumb it down a little bit.
I have to write QPR Dean down, otherwise I get confused. Nate has gone 3-0 Brazil. And I've just left this one out last because, Scott, you did this the other day. You went for the outsider and it embarrassingly backfired on you, but he has gone 1-0 Switzerland.
Hey, worse things have happened. Things have happened.
You watch. He'll come back and remind me of this if he's right. Anybody else is in and they want to predict the score, please get it in before kickoff. There's no prize, just a lovely me and Dan to entertain you.
Friday's at stake.
If you are new, please subscribe to the channel. And if you have already subscribed, please smash the likes. I can't tell you how much that does help the channel. And how do people find you to do that on your channel, Daniel?
Yeah, at Turf Morehouse or Turf Morehouse TV. Go check it out. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch predominantly. Check us out on there. And yeah, please do come and show your support. I will gladly wear it.
Twitch, didn't he play for Serbia earlier?
He did. He also managed West Ham and Spurs.
Now you were being horrible. I wasn't being that horrible. I have got all my little jingles and celebrations ready to go, and we're going to be looking. The players are on the pitch. They're doing the national anthem, and we'll be back for the match after this.
This is the Leicester Till I Die Watchalong show. Join in the chat and don't forget to subscribe.
You must recognise that voice now, Daniel.
Oh, I do indeed. I do indeed.
Yeah, getting ready. I just can't say. I mean, Switzerland, I think they've got through to the last 16 more than any other team, but never progressed, really. They're sort of constant underachievers, aren't they?
Yeah, like I said, following that 1-0 win over Cameroon in match week 1, they're looking to obviously win their opening 2 games at a World Cup for the first time. The last time they ever won consecutive games in the competition was in 2006 against Togo and Korea Republic. So there's been quite a good couple of years before they last did it, but who's to say they can't do it today?
No,
although Scott's 1-0 thinks they may do.
Well, he's just said there, Leeds great into this. Well, thank you for that. Thank you for that lead. I just think with the last few games being Goldfest, that this will be a cagey game. Hoping not a 0-0, but it wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't surprise me either. I didn't cover the other 2 games and this. I've covered a lot of 0-0s. I'm not going to lie. So. If anybody wants to go off and get a brew now, come back in 90 minutes.
In a bit.
Brazil head coach Tait says the high number of fouls on Neymar has to be stopped after the forward was injured in their group stage win over Serbia. I mean, it's bollocks, isn't it? I mean, nobody fouls Neymar, I don't think, any more than if they foul any other. He just happens to fall over 10 times easier than anybody else, so it looks like there's more fouls.
He stands too close to them air conditioning fans and he's on his arse.
Yes. It's true, though, isn't it? I mean, I don't think he does.
No. This is one of the main reasons why Neymar, for me, will never be considered as one of the best footballers in the world.
Yeah.
Because you've got to have an all-round game. Yes, don't get me wrong, Ronaldo drops every now and again, but at least Ronaldo can back it up with skill and, goals, etc. The thing is with Neymar, he's got that arrogance. He's got that, Ronaldo's turning into a Neymar.
No, Ronaldo is turning into worse than a Neymar. Ronaldo makes Fofana look like a gentleman. Sorry, we had this discussion this morning. Let's not. we agree to disagree on this one, don't we? But
We do.
But yeah, I agree. You know, I mean, I hate Jack Grealish when he played for Villa or now for Manchester City. How easy he went down. Obviously, for England, it's different. I don't mind. I'd love him and Maddison to both be on the pitch because Grealish could go down, get the free kick, and Maddison could take the free kick and hopefully score. But oh God, I sound like Rennie.
After all that food, I need one of them.
Hey! Oh, I got a second. That's not. I'm going to give you that one. That
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! No!
Oh yes. Scott says that's it then, Chris. Because you're covering it, I'm putting my house on a 0-0. I would do. Any watch along for the USA game tomorrow, Nate? I've got to be honest with you. Are they playing? I'm joking. I know everybody's going to be doing England-Wales from this side of the pond. We will all also be covering the game, but not as a watch along. I'm not from an English fan, and I think you'd understand that. So we will be covering all. As I said, I don't think there's an English channel that's not going to be doing that, and it is going to be. Everybody will also be keeping an eye on what's going on, shall we say? Keeping an eye on what's going on, but like I say, don't hold out. 5 wins in a trot for Brazil. Switzerland, only 1 loss in 5, though. So, again, you would think, man, it depends who they played, I suppose, doesn't it, really? First in the rankings are Brazil. 15th are Switzerland.
Yeah,
I can't see what I've got to be careful here because look at all the results that have been coming in. But
yeah, that's what I was just going to say.
If you were a bet, hello. Think about Brazilian women. What it is, the cameraman always manages to find them. Wherever they
there was one the other day. It wasn't even wearing clothing; it was just body paint, completely butt naked, just wearing body paint with a giant Brazil flag.
Oof. Let's run that up the poll and see where it leads. But yeah, like you say, we're about to kick off. We have kicked off. Here we go. Brazil versus Switzerland. Brazil kicking from left to right as it is on the graphic there in yellow tops, blue shorts, white shorts. Switzerland trying to do their best impression of Liverpool and in an all-red kit. Just normal rules apply, guys. Until you see it on the graphic, do not shout anything out. No spoilers. It's an immediate removal. Just because it spoils it for everybody. But once it's on the graphic, which is actually still in advance of me and Dan, it's fine to shout out because it's there for everybody to see. Ash is in. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, good day, Ash. How the devil are you? You're copying Dan and going for a 2-0. Ash, by the way, I never got your thing on Twitter, but I did find your name, but with a 2 after it instead of a 1. So I followed that. But what you said with a 1, nothing's come up as a following me, even as a notification or just as a straight follow. And you don't exist when I search. So I'm not sure what's gone on there. But if what you said with the number 2 at the end is you, I have followed you. D says Maddison and Grealish together would be class. And Nate says completely understandable about the watch along. And Scott, indeed, and to both channels as well. I know Dan looks a bit of a scruff, but come on, he's my son, and his mom doesn't get what do they call it anymore? Maintenance. So any donations would be gratefully received. So here we go.
I didn't realise, Chris, that Switzerland are playing a young 20-year-old in midfield. Fabian Rieder, who's playing for the Swiss, he's aged 20 years and 285 days and is the youngest player to start a World Cup match for Switzerland since Johan de Jure, who used to play for Arsenal in 2006.
I've got to be honest with you, I'm not going to argue with you because I have absolutely no idea. But Ryder, number 25 there, young 20. That's young. I mean, fine, yeah, congratulations to him, well done. But of course, you know, if you've got to think Pelé was like 17 when he burst on the scene, and you know, oh, here we go. We've got a battle of the stats man going on. We've got Dan live stats and Ash chat stats. 79 goals due for so far in 28 games, 2.81 average per game, better than the average despite those 0-0 draws. I think Spain probably did help that, but it's a free kick to Belgium. No, it's not. It's a free kick to Brazil. Although, to be honest with you, Belgium might as well have taken it because it just went through everywhere and out for a free kick on the other side. I'm watching too many games. I don't know who I'm watching.
To be fair, Chris, like I said, what time are you on yours?
I'm on 312, 313, 314, 315, 316.
Oh, they've just hit the free kick now.
I thought you were going to say they've just kicked off. But do bring us reports from South Korea, Ghana, will you, please?
I'm probably about 30 seconds behind, something like that.
To be honest with you, 30 seconds is the norm. And it's as close as we can get. I can gain a few seconds, I think, on HD or something, but then I lose the picture after a while.
I mean, do you think Brazil are favourites, Chris? Do you think that Brazil will be in and around that final area
for the whole thing, or for this game?
Yeah, for the whole tournament.
My pick is Brazil. I said Brazil, and when we did the predictions before the World Cup kicked off, I predicted Brazil. I somehow managed to get England in the final. I do not know. Yeah, Ghana have scored 3-2, says that. Any minute now, Slurpee will come in and say he's 20 minutes ahead on the Isle of Man. He always does. Doug went for Argentina with his predictions. Argentina beating Spain, and Brad went for Belgium beating Brazil. But hey, that's Brad. We know what he's like with predictions. But talking of predictions, everybody, hey, 10 o'clock Friday night. Put the missus to bed. Come back down and get the laptop out. Don't tell her what you're watching, because it's football porn. It's me, Dan, and Doug. I might have another one on, I don't know yet. Me, Dan, and Doug, and we are going to be seeing how correct we were with these predictions. So that could be a laugh, that could be embarrassing.
Dissecting the groups and see how far off we were.
Yes. And again, if nobody has done it yet, please get over to this channel, A Saint with Sin, because he what he did, Ash, and I know I've said this before, but it really, I loved it. He played all the games in the. Let's just see this corner. Sorry, I'll come back. It's a corner for Switzerland. And it's a goal kick for Switzerland. That was worth breaking into the thing for.
I'm going to say, I thought, I might have caught up when you said that. No, they've only just put it ball on spot for the corner, am I?
But no, Saint with the Sin is the channel, and he's got a video on there, which is, as I say, all the group games, every game from the start to the finish, the scores, if the scores were exactly what happened last time they played. And if it was a draw, then it goes to the one before that. And what he does, he takes it all the way through to the final with teams knocking each other out, the top two going through. And it is a very, very interesting final and winner. I would not have predicted that winner, but whoa, I was shocked. I hope it comes true, but I was shocked. Yeah, you did go for an England-Brazil final. And I don't know what you popped, rock star smoke, but can you send me some? 2 upsets yesterday and 11 goals scored today before I woke up. Well, you see, you should get up, Nate. You should get up earlier. Call yourself a football fan? I don't know. Oh, he's in America, in fairness, so they are like 5 hours behind.
Either way, we were still up, morning brew, and we were cracking on the YouTube scene before they'd even got out to kick a ball about and warm up in that game.
We actually were. That's only the second early show I've covered, and the last one was Wales. And of course,
so you've done one game that was entertaining and one game that could have sent you to sleep.
Yes, and don't forget, of course, that it did finish Iran 2, Wales 0.
I don't know, it's so difficult not to look smug at this point.
I know Mike's not in, but Anyway, it's a throw into the Swiss on the far side, halfway in their own half. It's pretty cagey at the moment.
It is. So Brazil are known for being a little bit more patient now. Like they used to be that sort of side that went all out, attack. But now they've brought a little bit of patience and resilience to the side where they know full well they've got to stand tall and be countered man for man. Otherwise, teams will try and counter them. There'll be pockets of spaces that these teams can, break into. But don't rule out the Swiss. Swiss have a good squad.
Yeah.
It's just that I think Brazil are very strong at the back as well.
Lau, forgive me. I'm going to call you Lau because there's no way I'm even attempting that. So I'll just insult you. But he's going for a 3-1 to Brazil. So yeah, like I say,
Lallaralua.
Isn't that's a town in Wales, isn't it?
Will be.
So another throw into Switzerland. We are just coming up to 9 minutes played, so he's guessing it's the 9.5, not far off 10. Switzerland. I must admit, when I look at the stats here, and I know they're about a minute ahead of me on here, but they don't always match up. So coming up to 10 minutes now, and Brazil have had 16 attacks, and Switzerland have had 7.
Wow.
And 56% possession to Brazil. So I'll let you work out what that gives Switzerland. I don't need to tell you.
I don't know. Give me till half time, Chris.
Yes. Ash says, here we go. A draw in this game means Serbia would need to win by 2 goals versus Switzerland to qualify. I'm sure the Swiss changed the tactics after the 3-3 today. Quite possibly, yeah. I mean, we've said this before, didn't we? We said this yesterday about a game. Yeah. I can't remember which one it was because they all merge into one after another after a while. But they said somebody had sort of looked at the result from earlier and changed the tactics, which is, of course, one of the reasons why the final games in the group finish played at the same time. The other reason,
it's good that they do that.
West Germany and Austria cheated and played out for, I think it was a 0-0 in one of the World Cups because that meant they both went through at the expense of somebody else. So after that, because they knew the result in the other game, after that they said, no, the last game's always going to be played at the same time. Oh, there's a Brazilian player down and it's not Neymar. It's Richarlison. Yeah, well, yeah, the guy did go into the back of him, but... Oh, he's got a face like he's having a poo. And so does the manager.
Is the Brazil manager still Vicente Del Bosque? Oh, no, that's the old Spain manager. Ignore me.
I try to, but I can't. You keep popping up.
It's Tite, innit?
Ankit, how the devil are you? Or Anjit, whichever. From my dad's phone was robbed. Oh, your phone was robbed. Oh my God, hope you're all right, mate. In bed, rest with injuries, so finally got time to watch you legends. Ankit, welcome along.
Oh, appreciate that. Appreciate that. Hope you're well,
nice
though.
One,
Hope you're well.
Yeah, nice one. Thank you for popping in. I'm trying to. My mind's gone. What Ankit's channel's called? I can't remember. Give it a shout out, Ankit. I'll give it a shout out. Oh, I did not realise England and USA would play. Yes, they are. Yeah, all the third games are always played for the same group. The two games are played at the same time. So, I mean, all right, there might be, 24 minutes added on to one game, but they do kick off at the same time to try and cut that out, which is why we're not covering USA, mate. They won't do the last game together in the next World Cup. 3 in a group, ridiculous. Oh, I don't, honestly, FIFA. If it's not broken, why fix it? But then again, everything's broken with. That's it, Almighty Blues. If you like your Chelsea, if you like Chelsea, and there must be 1 or 2 people out there that might do, but if you like your cricket, Ankit is the man. He's not bad at quizzes either. He did come second in a 1-horse race, but, get in there. Oh, Terry's in. These Brazilians are nuts.
Hey.
All hazelnuts. Ooh, Cadbury's make them with a little bit of chocolate. If you ever, you've got to be of a certain age to remember that that advert.
Trust me, I remember that.
Can Richarlison score again today? I think he can.
He's come close to having not really a sniff of goal, but he's getting in the right areas.
Yeah, I've got to say. I mean, that was to me it was the goal of the tournament. I really
Which
thought
one?
that was an amazing goal.
Oh, the one that he scored.
Yeah, the bicycle kick. But
I did like Vincent Abubakar's for Cameroon earlier. The chip over the keeper, that was good.
It was good, but I didn't think it was that good. Oh, Switzerland are coming through. It's a free kick. It's got to be a free kick. Yes, it has. Yes, it has. England cricket team. We are the first cricket team. Sorry about this, Ankit. I know you will. I might be making you a bit more sick here. England cricket team are the first men's team to hold world titles in both white ball games. That sounds like I know him with cricket. See, to be honest with you, the white ball's the only cricket I like. The 5-day jobbers, whatever they are. My God, I can grow a beardy. There's more fun. But I do like the one. I mean, and the one that they just had, whichever one it was of the two. I think it was not the 20, the other one. I think it was.
Yeah, it was the T20 final.
Was it T20? I mean, it went down to the wire, and that's what you love. So yeah, no other male team has held both those titles at the same time. Come on, England. Oh, it's a free kick to Switzerland. It's played out to the left, played out to the right, to the left. So they didn't go, and now they've crossed it in, and now the Brazilians have got it away, but it's gone straight to a red Swiss player who manages to lose the ball, and it runs out for a free kick to Brazil. So if that was one of those, what's you call it, training ground free kicks, I'd go back to the training ground and practice something else.
Definitely.
What time is it, mate?
What
time is the third round draw?
It's tonight. I know it's tonight. I think I'll probably end up mentioning it, while doing the watch along.
Yeah, indeed. I just said that, Ash. I don't want to be pedantic here, but I just said that. But yes, it will be mentioned. It will be mentioned. AFC Band TV and 7 p.m. Just as the match kicks off. Well done, FA. What a bunch of tossers. I mean, yeah, there's a World Cup match kicking off at 7 o'clock, and they go, do you know what? We'll hold the World Cup, the FA Cup draw at 7, when all the teams that aren't here now and have got players in the World Cup are playing. Honestly, I do not think there's anybody at the FA with one brain cell between them.
No, I agree with that.
They are just thick. See you next Tuesdays, aren't they? Do it at 6, for God's sake, or if you don't do it like the Caribou Cup, do it at 2:30 in the bloody morning. I mean,
in some random backyard.
Yeah, I mean, I had time to sort of finish a show, realise that draw was being made, go live, invite you on, and they still hadn't made the draw.
That's the thing,
sorry.
though. Why not do it? Why not do it between games? There's a good 40-minute period there that as soon as the game ends, we'll go straight live to an FA Cup draw. Bob's your teapot, that's over with, and then straight to the next game. Yeah.
Half time. But you see, for the FA, that would be thinking of the fans, and of course, they never do that.
Oh, no.
But yeah, Nate. Well, I mean, in fairness, it's cricket. The Americans aren't exactly into cricket, are they? You have baseball, which of course
The FA are just like me in Weatherspoons, full of greed.
Yeah. Yes. Baseball. That's just like we play a version of that. For the women, it's called netball. It's not netball. What do they call
Rounders.
it? Rounders. That's it. Yeah.
Is that the one where they hit it out for like a home run and it's like...
Yeah, that's the one. And it goes out into the crowd, into somebody's drink.
Yeah. And they're all
That's
sat
the
there with the song playing in the background like... Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, they usually play a lot of Gary Glitter as well, which probably I don't know if that is a bad thing. I don't not know it. It is definitely a bad thing. But yeah, that's the one that the Americans have the World Series in, but nobody else in the world plays it.
If there was any American sport you could get into, Chris, which one would it be?
I'm going to be honest with you now. Having said all that, possibly baseball.
I don't know. I don't think soccer's bad. Soccer's not a bad one.
Come on. I can't get into
the English version of soccer, but
Yeah, I can't get into American football. I just about understand rugby, and I don't know the difference between league and union, other than the fact that Leicester's team is union, and the league tends to be up north. But no, American football, I don't. And it goes on for like 10 hours, doesn't it, the game? We moan about 20 minutes, about 14, 15 minutes injury time in these games. Those games go on for like 3 hours. Here we go. TKO's in.
Hey, how you doing, Naz?
Hello, mate. How are you? I get confused with Naz.
He comes in on the YouTube channel, likes the video, and then comes and supports on his Facebook page.
Oh, I get it. I've just written down TKO equals Naz.
Yeah, so he comes over, drops a like through his YouTube page, and then goes and chats to us via Facebook.
Yeah, I mean, I've tried to get into Speedway, but that's just going round in circles. Whoever's leading at the no, I mean, we've got Poole Speedway here, and Leicester Speedway used to be big when they used to have like Ivan Major and what have you riding for them. And Poole Speedway is huge down here. They're like the Man United of Speedway, but it's just round and round, and whoever's leading at the first corner 9 times out of 10 wins. But I suppose I've had to get into American. Yeah, like you said, baseball. This is a bit exciting.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to see. I've not really got into basketball, but I haven't really given it a chance.
No, I mean, Leicester Riders, which I believe is our basketball team, are not bad. I think. Who is this ringing me? From London?
Not me. Definitely not me.
Hello.
This could get interesting. We are behind time. Well, I'm definitely behind Chris, but Chris is in front of me. You're on mute, Chris.
Sorry, muted me. I left myself on mute. I apologise for taking that. The only reason I took that is because my daughter lives in London. And
No, that's fair enough.
It came up and said London was the number. I went, is this a sales call? He went, yes, it is. I went, well, you fucking wrong in the middle of the World Cup. Fuck off. With the greatest of respect. In fairness,
You know what, Chris? That could have been that call. That could have been the call offering you that assistance job, and you've just gone and ballooned it up for yourself.
Damn! There is more to Speedway than that. I mean, the first time I met my son's fiance, we went to the Speedway, and I just can't see it. I just can't see it. Whoever's in front, I tend to watch the back riders to see if they can get through or not. Yeah, but it's the start. I agree. It's the start, Dean. But once they've started, whoever's in front, tackles starting to fly in. They are. Did you used to follow Leicester, Terry? It was Ivan Major, wasn't it? It was Hungarian or something. And it's spelled Mauger. Or am I just going mad? Terry, I've been to the home of Speedway, Lozano in Poland. They love it. I'd love it if they win it. Love it.
It's not much of an American sport, but I won't mind going and seeing it live just to see some arsehole get impaled. But, you know, when they let a bull out and there's some bloke that's just dancing around the ring like a prick and he ends up having to try and evade the bull.
That's Spanish.
I know, but I think they do it in America, in Texas and stuff like that as well.
I think you mean rodeos, don't you?
Yeah, like obviously, but they still try to run to the side and get away before the bull attacks them. And
it's not. This is obviously your first rodeo. Hey. Let's. I'm trying to think of this guy's name now. Oh, John Titman. He used to ride for Leicester.
I'm Dan the arse man.
Too many boobs, eh?
I'm Dan Arse man. Because I'm a man and my other partner is called Arse.
Of course, it would be. Let's have a look. This is going to drive me mad now. I'm obviously making this totally up because I can't find this guy's name anywhere. David Blackburn, Tony's brother.
What, right? Leicester rugby team?
No, Leicester Speedway. I'm making it up. I've been making it up for the last 30 years because I've always believed that. 0-0, 25 minutes gone. 38 attacks to Brazil, 22 Switzerland. But Switzerland have had 2 more dangerous attacks than Brazil. But we've got Brazil and we've got Switzerland, and we've only got 1 shot from between the 2 of them at the moment. And you know how that annoys me.
It's a little bit of compared to the other games earlier. It's a little bit stale, this one. We've sat for a good 25, 26 minutes of it, and both teams
really happened,
not really showing anything. No. What did you say we're called, Chris?
I'm just searching now. I'm not sure. I'm just trying. No.
There's a guy called Arvo Hughes.
Yes. Yeah. No.
Speedway rider. You're probably thinking about Arthur Biggin. Probably what you're thinking about.
Probably. But then, because anybody that knows me knows I have.
What, always pulling your pud?
I've parted. One corner each. The excitement of this game. Oh, in fairness, Brazil. He miskicked it totally, and the goalkeeper pushed it away for a corner. Total miskick there from the Brazilians, who had their first attempt on target.
I've just seen it. Good save by Jan Sommer, that.
It was, but it wasn't a particularly good shot, was it? And that wasn't either. Just tried to shoot it back in. I expect.
Yeah, I mean, I think it hits the inside of his leg, doesn't it, more than connects with his foot?
Yes. I was expecting, like I say, more from Brazil.
Yeah, same. At least a second layer to the tray. But then, yet again, both teams have 3 points in this. Neither team will want to be defeated. So it is sort of a battle of defences. And hopefully we'll see a little bit more of attacking intent in the second 45.
I love this comment here. Swiss midfielder Remo Freuler, one of Nottingham Forest's 3,214 summer signings, gets into the Brazilian box, but then is tackled. Oh, Naz is into Switzerland. He wants Switzerland to win. Sometimes I do feel like the Swiss defence is a bit like the cheese. It's full of holes.
Well, just says here, this is the latest. This is the latest into a World Cup game that Brazil have attempted their first shot since 1994 against Cameroon. So that was 32nd minute. This is the 27th.
I mean, is that saying more about Brazil or more about Switzerland, do you think?
Probably a little bit more about Switzerland, really, that they've defended well. They've reduced Brazil to having that attacking prowess that they normally have in abundance.
Important news, breaking news. Ivan Major, look, there he is. World champ, yeah. Was he a Leicester player? Wasn't it a Leicester player? A Leicester rider, wasn't he, Terry? Ivan, I'm going to have to Google that now. Ivy. I couldn't find him. I was typing every.
He was from New Zealand, wasn't he?
He was from New Zealand. R.I.P. because he's no longer with us. It was a New Zealand. Oh, obviously, I mean, I should have known with that name, shouldn't I? Died in 2018.
Doesn't say that he rode for Leicester, though.
No, I mean, that might be where I am going wrong.
Wimbledon,
House, Eastbourne, Newcastle, Bellevue, Exeter, and Hull.
Yeah.
Maybe I've just seen. I must have read about it when he came to ride against Leicester.
Could well be.
Yeah. So Naz is looking for a win for Switzerland. Terry Fuller says American Speedway are cars, English are bikes. I'm not even going to read that out, Doug. You are very close with that comment to actually getting.
What do you mean? What do you mean, Terry?
Getting kicked out. Because
American Speedway are cars, English are bikes. Less about our women, please.
As Gino would said, if my grandma had wheels, she'd have been a bike. Doug has come in with his Swiss big plus joke.
Oh dear.
Yeah, oh dear indeed. The Swiss are on a roll, says Terry. David, good evening, David. Bring some sense and stability to the chat, please. Hello, all. Just in from picking the kids. How's the game been? Why have you been picking on the kids? That's not very nice. Let me just say, you haven't missed much, David. You haven't missed much at all. QPR mad. Banger racing is still good, though. Not many places do it now. I mean, I can't see the point of racing sausages. I tell you, one of my first games I ever had on PlayStation, and I wasn't even a kid, I was an adult, but this was PlayStation 1. with FIFA 98.
Oh, is that the one with Scholes on the front?
No, it was a French player. They were world champions at the time, I think. So
Was it?
But one of the games I had was banger racing. I did used to love banger racing.
Beckham was on the front of FIFA 98.
Was he?
Yeah.
Oh.
There was. It depends. What Beckham was on the front of FIFA 98, unless there is other ones as well. There's one with, I think, is that David Ginola on the front of the Sega Mega Drive one.
Then there was. Sorry, mate. He was.
I think there was a few different covers of it, to be fair.
Yeah, I think they used to. Yeah, Beckham was on it. I didn't have that one.
There was one with a Greek player. Is it Greek? Oh no, that's Maldini at Italy. Just having a look. There's a few different ones.
Cool. It was 99 and it was Arsenal on the front. I was nowhere near, was I? PlayStation 1. Yeah, PlayStation 1. Those are the days.
Good. Oh, saying that though, Chris, there is a picture here. PlayStation 1, FIFA 99. It had Fabian Barthez on it.
Yeah, no, it wasn't that. No, it wasn't that one. They did have a few covers back in the day.
They did.
I think depending what part of the country they were selling them in, to be honest with you. But anyway, we're not playing FIFA. We're watching FIFA. We're watching the FIFA World Cup. See what I did there?
Wouldn't say. What does a bloke from Switzerland do after winning the World Cup?
Put his PlayStation away.
Correct. What's the cookie capital of Brazil?
Listen on your favourite podcast platform
Or ask your smart speaker.
to play the podcast Leicester Till I Die.
Subscribe, like, follow, and join in now.
I don't know why I played that because I'm not putting any of the watch-alongs up on podcasts, but you can catch up on Leicester Till I Die podcast. We are all over the Spotify's and all that bit as well. But to be honest with you, nobody wants to listen to a watch-along, do they? So I don't upload those. Oh God! I saw a band called. Are you not at work? I saw a band called Duvet. They were a cover band. They didn't send you to sleep, did they?
What sort of cookies do they eat in Brazil?
Oh God, you started you off now. Go on.
Oreo de Janeiro.
Anyway, carrying on. Anthony's in. Pick up Chris and Dan. Oh, and if you're wondering who ate all the pies, it was Ronaldinho. He's just been on the screen. I'm not saying I'm old. My first game was the ball ping. Yes, from what I said earlier. Was it earlier? I said to you all last night. I remember going to babysit my brother. Not babysit my brother, babysit for my brother. And they had one of those games that went up ping pong, whatever it was. I was fascinated by it. The kid could have got kidnapped, and taken away. I wouldn't have known. I was so occupied. Oh no! But before you say anything, it wasn't the Algarve. Just before you say anything, we'd like to see a streaker in this game. We'd have 12 Brazilians on the pitch. I'll give you that one, Ash. I like that one. I do. Oh God, I can't argue with that. That was a good one. That was a good one. A good joke at last. A good joke on this channel. It's like finding an ugly person on Love Island. First half so far, Dan, over half an hour just gone. It's not exactly riveting, is it?
No, not really. Nothing much to shout about at all. It's like we said earlier. two games that are full of interest. This one that should be a good game, and as much as the Swiss have a big plus, there's no advantages in this in watching this one.
No, none at all. I'm ignoring that. Terry's laughing at that. Dean is off to work again on nights. Catch you later. Yeah, all the best, Dean. Thanks for popping on, mate. Be careful.
Take it easy, Dean.
You know, and you go at the right time because Doug's still coming in here with his jokes. Most entertaining. It was. I'm going to be honest with you, and it was some ash and was usable at 4:30 in the afternoon. His jokes usually aren't. I got one of my shows the other day, Ash, I'll have you know, actually came back from YouTube, unsuitable for for most advertisers. I wonder why that was. I did ask for a review and it got changed, I'm going to be honest with you, but that's what we have to be careful of, all joking.
Did you know that, Chris, that due to COVID, it's the first year I actually haven't been to Switzerland for a summer vacation. Usually it's because of my lack of money.
Cyber's in. Moving on. Cyber's in. Hi, Chris. Is the Dan a new alien from Doctor Who? He's been called worse. I've paid more attention to the live chat than the game. You don't get it. It's educational, boring, and entertaining. What else could you want from a watch along? But certainly not from the game. Let's see if Luis Suarez can have the bite to beat Portugal. I tell you what, though. I tell you what, Doug. It's probably a game he can get his teeth into.
Chris, I found a good one here. I really thought my wife was joking when she said she wanted to see a Monkeys tribute band in Switzerland, and then I saw her face. Now I'm in Geneva. To be fair, the amount of times I've gone past the same joke regarding the flag being a big plus, I'm trying to pick out some that are good.
Yes. Well, if you're doing Switzerland, I'll do Brazil. Because I found the Brazilian joke, so I cut above the rest.
Hey.
Right, let me... How many South Americans does it take to change a light bulb?
A Brazilian! Yeah!
Boom, boom.
Here's one for you because it ties in with the football. Where is the most extravagant brothel in Switzerland with the most expensive hookers? FIFA headquarters.
Hey.
Hey. You having that one, Dave?
I'm going to do that one.
Again, so many different spins on that. It's a big plus joke.
Cyber says, no. Dan knows that when he's gone too far with his jokes, Ash. And I think he knows he's probably just gone too far with one for this time of the afternoon. But Nate says his teeth are offside. I'd read that as offensive, first of all, but chop, come on. Hopefully England beat Wales. Hopefully England knock Wales out, says Cyber Leader tomorrow. Lose tomorrow, Wales are out. It would be fun to see, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Nay says naughty Dan. But then still,
well, that's my chance of doing the assistant job gone out the window as well.
It is. Dan, do you reckon Burnley will come up? But it depends how good Kate is, really, doesn't it? Anthony says your jokes are killing me. Good,
no, that's COVID.
Keep it
that's
up.
COVID.
Come on, Dan. Come on, we've got him.
You know what? I'm actually looking forward to the half-time whistle. That's how bad this first half's been.
It has. We're only about 3 minutes plus. We're unlucky. Therell be some stoppage time. Oh, and now a Brazilian has just done... In fact, it was quite entertaining. He did a forward roll 3 or 4 times. So it actually was quite entertaining.
It was Neymar, wasn't it? It has to be.
No, he's not on the bench. It's Richarlison, I think.
Oh, well. I'll see it in about 10 minutes.
How's the corner count going for South Korea?
Oh, but the referee's having a word with the Korean manager. Something's going on.
Oh dear.
Oh, I've just seen that rolling around
Yeah.
on the deck.
Wouldn't you love it if you didn't realise there was a bit of dog poo there? you know that feeling when you walk in it. Fucking, I didn't see that. I love that. Or if Gary Lineker had just been at the side of the pitch 5 minutes before. You look like you're lifting yourself up to break wind there, mate.
What, mate? No, I'm looking through notifications at the top of my phone. Burnley have just said that they're ball number 10 in the FA Cup draw tonight.
Chris, how are we getting to 3-0 Brazil? I've no idea, mate. I've no idea. Although, I must admit, I was talking about corners. I don't know about you, Nate. No, in fact, I was talking, actually, in fairness, the 3-0 was the number of rolls that the Brazilian players do every time they're fouled. Do you reckon Ralph Huthenhall should go to West Ham if Moyes gets sacked? I don't think you should sack Moyes, mate. I really don't.
No.
Look at Leicester. He was being called to be sacked last season, and we didn't. We finished 8th. I wanted him sacked at the start of the season. I'm not going to deny it, and now he's turned it around. So stick with him, mate. Stick with him. We're going to give David a heart attack. Good God! Oh, the lights have gone out. The lights have gone out. No, they're not. They're back on again.
Oh, I was going to say, nice one. Game's been abandoned. Brilliant.
They've gone down and they've just whipped a couple of the slaves. Get running. What you stop running for? Get going. I looked at it then. I thought, is that my TV? And I thought, no, the lights have all gone out. Oh.
It's a good job they're wearing luminous yellow kit, isn't it?
Yeah, he's back. Two members of the Swiss Army got into a knife fight, then a corkscrew fight, then a tweezer fight, then a bottle opener fight. The only good thing, Doug, get them out of the way now, and then you'll have run out of jokes for the watch along later.
Oh, I've just seen that now regarding the lights.
Yeah. But that's because they haven't started the game yet and not turned them on for you.
Yeah, somebody put 50p in meter.
Still think you should put a dive counter up. I do. 2 minutes injury time. No, it's 1 minute. It is only 1 minute injury time. And can I just say that they've gone for a 1 minute injury time, but of course, if Donatello and his friends had come on, it would have been injury time. Come on, join in. Help me out here, you buggers.
Here's one for you, Chris.
I'll try that again. Let me try that again. 1 minute's worth of injury time coming on, but if they brought the turtles on, it would be ninja. And it's half time. Thank God. If
it wasn't for those jokes, Chris, I wouldn't have got through that first half.
It's half time, and I think we can all say this.
You are watching Leicester Till I Die TV with Chris and Chums. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and Pinterest. All you need for everything Leicester City FC. It's Leicester Till I Die TV.
Because a few years ago, the Stadium Power went out in the Super Bowl for 30 minutes. Yeah, but that the game lasts 6 hours, so you didn't really miss much, did you? Oh, here we go. Why is the Swiss cheese the official dairy product of the Vatican? It's the holiest of cheeses.
What do you call an Englishman at a World Cup final?
Dreaming.
The referee.
I will look for you. I will find you. And I will kill you.
The joke is that was probably written by a Scotsman. Sum that first half up for me, Dan. You got 5 minutes to fill.
Right, well, it's 0-0. It started 0-0. At half time, it's still 0-0. And there's not really been anything in that game to say that this is going to be anything but 0-0. It's not been the best of watches, let's say that. It's seeing only 1 minute of injury time. We can say that's a rarity as well, because we've been seeing, the game we covered earlier, there were 6 in each half at the end of it. But that just goes to show how dull of a game this is. There's not even anything in terms of added time. Even the referee wants it over with. It was that poor of a first half. I don't know where the deadlock's coming. Both teams will probably be very happy with that. Brazil, it's still 4 points for them, 4 points for the Swiss. However, you'd like to think that Brazil's second half will up it another gear. But that Swiss defending seems to be working well. So,
yeah, 77 attacks for Brazil. I've not seen that. 33 for, it must be just when they get in the other person's half. 33 for Switzerland. 29 dangerous attacks to Brazil, 18. 6 shots. In fairness to Brazil, they're trying. They've had 6 shots. Switzerland have had 1 shot. And I know I've said this over and over and over again. When you are allegedly one of the top 32 international teams in the world, 1 shot in 45 minutes is just not good enough.
No, it's not. Not at all. Not at all. But that's part and parcel of this World Cup. This World Cup has been teams galore that can't seem to break down. Teams that you'd expect them to get strong results against.
Yeah.
We're sat here. You've yawned. I've yawned. The games that we could have covered. The one this morning on Man was great. The one this afternoon, great. Thought, Brazil, Switzerland, that'll be a good one. I just hope to God that tonight's not a bore fest as well. Otherwise, I may as well just pack up and just sod off and not bother covering any games.
This one, I thought, Brazil are in it. It's going to be fine. But it was like shit. I just topped myself. I'll tell you. It's just like I might as well become an Arsenal fan, mightn't I? That's almost as unexciting. Now, if anybody, and I didn't watch the whole game, but there was an English referee earlier for the Korea-Ghana game. I'm trying to think what his name was, but
Michael Oliver.
Was he any good? Does anybody know, was he any good? And there was also an English referee for a game yesterday, I believe.
That was Michael Oliver as well, because there's only one English referee that's gone there.
They're keeping him busy then.
Definitely.
Did you see the game that he officiated in yesterday?
No, unfortunately I didn't. I think that was the game prior to Spain Germany, I think.
Wow.
It was Doug that mentioned it.
How he was doing as a referee. Henry is in. Good afternoon, Henry. Hope you are well.
Afternoon.
David is in. Anthony Taylor.
It's Anthony Taylor. What? I thought we'd only took one English ref.
I thought we had. It's Anthony Taylor more than Michael Oliver, actually. I think it is Anthony Taylor is the one we've taken. 2 people. Far be it, if you want to disagree with Ash, you can do. I've learned it's best not to. In fairness, Henry is fine. Good news. He did a good job. Both did well. Brilliant. I mean, I think he did right to end the game early. I saw that bit. But
oh no, both are there. Mark Oliver and Anthony Taylor.
Oh, is there two gone? Is there?
There is two gone.
Oh.
So it might have been Mark Oliver the other day, but obviously Anthony Taylor in the other fixture.
Did you hear, by the way, just before we have a break, so we'll take 5 minutes and we'll come back and talk about something other than this game, which is boring. You did hear about the Brazilian fireman, Jose, and his brother, Jose B.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear.
We will be back. We've got to go and water the plants and drop the kids off at the pool. We'll be back in about 4 minutes. Do not touch that dial.
is the Leicester Till I Die Watchalong show. Join in the chat and don't forget to subscribe.
There we go. I'm here. Dan isn't yet. I'm sure we'll be back in a minute. Honestly, I cannot believe, right, that I chose to watch to cover the Brazil game, and it's the Brazil game that is 0-0, and it's the. I mean, I'm hoping the second half's going to be better. I really am, because as things stand, it's awful. And the group at the moment, the group is Brazil and Switzerland are first and second. Brazil are first because they've got a 2-goal difference to Switzerland's 1, both of them with 4 points. And then Cameroon -1 with 1 point, and Serbia -2 with 1 point. So basically, it's all as we were. It is all as we were. And he's back. And he's back.
Can
I just say, by the way, but keep it quiet, but I've just had a whisper gold. Oh, come on. Boom. That's the one. That's the one. That's what they come in for.
To make up for the amount of food, I decided to have one of my multivitamin drinks.
Yeah, it's beer. Can I just say,
it's not. You can see a little tablet in the bottom of it.
Oh yeah. Is it a Red Bull?
No, it's this multivitamin tablet that's hopefully going to make my immune system a lot better after all that sharty food.
It'll give you the runs. So as I actually got that out of the fridge and I thought of that joke, I was giggling to myself.
You couldn't wait to come back and take, could you?
No, I think you get back on quick. Come on, where the bloody hell are you, Dan? Now, there's a few things here, Henry. Henry brings up the point, and yes, I saw this earlier. Cameras to be allowed in dressing rooms at half time and full time. My answer to that is, well, question about that is why? What do we want to see?
I think it's just that extra bit of, we all say, don't we, in games that, say you're 1-0 down or 2-0 down and then you come back and win 3-2. What the question gets asked every time a game, doesn't it? What did the manager say at half time to inspire that turnaround, etc.? So maybe it's one of them. But is this only happening in the World Cup, or is it going to be happening?
No, this is Premier League. This is Sky.
Really?
Yeah. And
I think it's wrong then. I think it's wrong in domestic football.
Yeah, I think you're going to end up with managers. At the moment they're still saying we can't say this and we get fined if that's going to happen. Blah blah. Oh, then one of them say, look, come on, this guy's a total swear word. Yeah. We can still do this, and of course they're not going to be able to. So
yeah, how can a manager go in at half time and be like, "You were a bleeping disgrace. You need to get tapped in your bleeping man. You need to do that." Managers aren't going to be able to manage without going right, like doing a Brendan. Right, lads, we can do this.
Yeah. Henry says, I feel that will be the end of Klopp. I mean, the other things is as well, that was up on the news, a couple of points that I wanted to raise. Apparently, Rangers are closing in on Beale becoming the new boss. He's done well since he had a cafe in Walford, hasn't he?
I was going to say, yeah, he's done all right. He's gone from that to not having a pot to piss in, being homeless, and now all of a sudden manager of Rangers.
Yeah, and Scotland football to ban heading around match days. I've watched a lot of Scottish matches, and I thought they'd already banned it during the match. Really?
I think they've misinterpreted that sentence. It should have said the head of Scotland is set to ban football.
Let's get a couple of jokes out of the way. I was once accused by a Swiss man of having carnal knowledge with his daughter. I replied, yes, and your old lady. I don't get that. I don't get that one, Terry. Yeah.
No, I don't get that one.
No. Why did he go? Well, I like this one. Why did the Uruguayan take all his clothes off? he's seen the full Montevideo. The full Montevideo. I'm getting to know you, Ash. You actually explained that one the other day, but I actually got that one. I'm going to pinch that. I'm going to write that one down. That, I mean, I've not known you long. I've not known you long, but that is the best joke you've ever done. Oh,
why aren't there any ducks? Why aren't there any ducks in Portugal?
I don't know.
Because they're all Portuguese.
Right, can I just say, right, this is a football channel. This is a football watch-along. In fairness, I'm only myself and Doug to blame because we started this off. we have encouraged people by telling jokes ourselves to do it. So we can only blame ourselves. But look, there's a game of football breaking out allegedly. I don't know what it is, but let's give it 5 minutes. And apparently that joke, as Terry says there, yodel the lady. Yes.
Ah.
Yes, like I said the other day, that if you've got to have jokes explained, I said that to Ash poked a joke yesterday. He said you didn't read it out. I said I didn't get it. That's why. That's the anyway. There's a match on. So who's going to win this, Dan?
Probably FIFA, the fact that they've managed to get these two club stalwarts together, these two international teams together in a tournament. There's always football's always the winner. I'd like to say that you'd probably say Brazil, but like I say, it's been a really naff affair.
Yeah, I mean, they're just.
I don't really know who would break the deadlock. Yes, Brazil have obviously had more shots and 2 on target, but they've not done anything with it really.
Yeah, the fact we're telling jokes shows how stale the match has got, says Terry. I've got to agree with that. 100%. We are going to do a show, and it's me versus Doug, and we're going to, when you see those Alan Shearer, Ian Wright things where they try to make each other laugh with the jokes. We're going to be doing one of those. Plus, we've got a quiz coming up, and Dan's the first name down for it. A special Christmas quiz, nothing to do with football whatsoever. Just silliness abounds. Nate says the fans definitely aren't winning. It's like watching the Wales game all over again, isn't it?
True.
Do you know dolphins are really intelligent?
Go on.
I'm just making the point that they are. They are probably, after us, they are the most intelligent species. There's a free kick to Switzerland here. Where is this referee from?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's all it's going to be. It's going to be a Christmas. Let's just have fun quiz. I've got the categories here. We've got who said that. We've got date it. We've got where in the world, and the answer isn't under Dan's bed, and TV and film trivia. So there we go.
Salvadorian. A Salvadorian referee, Arvin Barton.
Salvadorian, El Salvador. Good God. I mean, this shows how bad English refs are when you've got somebody like that coming in. I mean, when they take the referee to the World Cup that knocked 7 minutes off a game over English referees, that's how bad English referees are.
In fact, but the Salvadorian referee made his World Cup. This is his first ever tournament, and he made his World Cup debut as a ref in Japan's shock 2-1 win over Germany.
Oh. Yeah, you see, I can't have a punchline about dolphins. The RSPCA would get me arrested. I can't go around punching dolphins.
And the VAR is from the United States and Canada.
Oh, yellow card. Yellow card. Bit of excitement here, guys.
Oh, it's hotting up.
Yes.
It's hotting up. I can't contain the excitement. What's going on, Chris? Enlighten us, or wise
It's a
one.
yellow card to Switzerland for taking down a Brazilian player. That's all I know. And it's the first card of the game.
He's been given a yellow for trying to actually make this game entertaining.
I mean, in fairness, yes. In fairness, he was a Brazilian sandwich. He was crushed between two Swiss players. You don't want to crush your Brazilians, do you?
No, you'd be nuts to do that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just seeing it now. Just seeing it.
Did you know? Not a lot of people know this. That Leicester City's ground used to be on Filbert Street,
Mm-hmm.
and that was a nut. Filbert is a nut, and that's where it came from because the street next to it is called Walnut Street.
Really?
Yeah, that's not a joke. That is true, and there's probably other nuts down there as well that I know not of what they are. I don't think there's a Cashew Nut Street, but you know, I think
there's a nut that lives not far from there. It's called Craig Bird, but it's a different type of nut. Is that one? Different type of nut.
Brazil are actually trying now. Brazil have got to be honest with you. They've come out with intent. That's how bad the first half was. They've all gone camping. Oh, there's another booking. Well, honestly, like buses. You wait for something called old game. Oh, well, yeah.
And two come at once.
Not sure that was a booking, but Fred's got booked. Fred has
got. Let's have a look.
Yes, Nate, they are. He's just wondering if all three countries host the World Cup next time, are they all automatically in? As far as I know, they are, but it is going up from 32 to 48 teams. Apparently, we are going to start that World Cup at Christmas so that it finishes in July. But,
I can understand why he's booked.
See, I'm older. I remember when it was a man's game.
No, I'm just saying it's because he's Fred and he plays for Manchester United. I'd have booked him just on that purpose anyway.
Yeah, but at least he's not walking off down the tunnel with minutes to go.
Bit of a Judas, isn't he? Fred, Manchester United, Fred the Red, and he's turned up here, bright bloody yellow. What a turncoat.
And?
No, his hands are still the same colour.
I told a Swiss man I don't like you. He replied, I don't like Geneva. Wow. That's not even worth a wah. That's how bad that is. I went to a record shop. I said to the man behind the counter, have you got anything by the doors? He said, yes, a fire extinguisher and a sand bucket.
I like that one.
So Switzerland here, taking a shot, and of course, it comes off a defender for a corner. Oh, he's getting excited. There's a Swiss man there who hasn't quite worked out yet how to wear glasses. You'll see him in a minute. Personally, I think he's trying to make a spectacle of himself. He lent me them once. I said, are these for keeps or just for lenses? Thank you. Come on.
Bloody hell.
Oh, corner in from the Swiss, and the actual Brazilian goalkeeper had to come and punch it out, headed back in, and he collects it.
Oh, I've just seen that way. He's got his sunglasses up back of his head.
Bloody hell, you're further behind than you were before.
I know.
You got to be coming there. At least my jokes flow with the stories that I am telling. Oh, and Brazil tried to put it through. Switzerland, I tell you what, Switzerland are I'm going to say they're defending well, but they're not having to. They're not really having to defend much at all. Number 2's coming on for Switzerland, and number 8 could be not far behind him. You do know, though, why number 6 is scared, don't you?
Because 7, 8, 9.
I'm here all week.
I know. I've seen your schedule.
Sorry, just rearranged my underpants. You keep slipping out. What can I say? Budgie smudges don't look as good on me as they do on Mike Tindall. So it's on the far side, and it's gone out for a throw-in. They went too far onto the far side. Ryder couldn't get his skates on and get to it. So Brazil have got a throw-in on the far side. Brazil are now kicking from right to left. But you'll... Oh! What the hell was the Brazilian goalkeeper doing there? He was very lucky to get away with that. Brazil, a good move here into the box on the near side. It's all... For those of you that don't understand the commentary, sign language is available. He was on outside of the boot, cross into the box. And he was, how close was he? The Brazilian, oh my God, Rafinha. It was what I would call a Gascoigne moment in the 66 Euros.
Wow.
It was close. That's about as exciting as it's got. Number 17 is scratching his balls, but he's getting ready to come on for Brazil. Oh, Saint. I'm not even going to call you by your name for that one.
To be fair, though, Chris, looking at it, Vinicius Jr., he did that for Richarlison's first goal.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, you're right.
You know, outside of the boot the other week.
But that was so, I mean, was so close to opening the scoring. And the throw again now, but he's gone too far, and Switzerland get it out for a throw-in on the near side, not far from the corner flag. Brazil take it. Come on, Brazil. Brazil looking most likely at the moment, but again, they can't get it past this is the number 1 side in the world. Good God help us. Can't even put a pass together. As is just proved then by 1-2 between the two players, and the Brazilian puts it straight out for a throw into Switzerland. And the changes are being made now. We are having substitutions. Fred is coming off. Fred is coming off. Gomes is coming on for Brazil.
Oh, God, I thought they were at least going to change teams. Give us a fucking interesting game for a change.
Paqueta came off earlier for Brazil at half-time with Rodrigo coming on.
What time are you on now on yours, Chris?
Sorry?
What time are you on yours?
58:06.
All right. Yeah, I'm on 57:40.
Sorry?
57:40 I'm on.
Okay.
Well, 40, just coming up 57:50 now.
Right. Vargas is off and Fernandez is on for Switzerland. And again, I don't know what the other substitution is because the FIFA site, are saying substitution undefined. That is, they don't know who the hell it is. They did this to me yesterday.
It's Ryder. 20-year-old Ryder has come off.
Has he? Did he fall off?
So Fernandez is on, and so is Stefan.
Stefan's come on. So, like I say, at the moment, Brazil and Switzerland on 4 points, 1 goal splitting them on at the top of the table, and Cameroon and Serbia exactly the same at the bottom with 1 point each. $48.55. Naz, you're way behind.
Yeah.
Now, they're substitutions, Ash.
Yeah, just subs.
Oh, and I mean, Brazil just kicked it forward, kicked against their own player with the back of his heel, and it gives Switzerland a chance to come forward with an absolutely awful shot. Didn't even pass
typical,
the
isn't
first defender. Why? Honestly, I've seen only one shot from outside the box that's gone in the goal, and that was one of yesterday's games. I don't know which one it was. Like I say, they all brilliant. So, just a quick reminder here. Mike, remember at the start of the show went 4-0. I went 2-0. No, Dan went 2-0, sorry. I went 3-0. Dean went 3-1. Somebody else went 3-0. I'll read my own writing. Ash went 3-0. And somebody whose name I couldn't pronounce went and hasn't stayed in the chat went 3-1. I don't know who that was because I've actually written 3-0 Brazil, but I don't know who it was that said it.
I thought it was Ash that agreed with you.
Yes, it was. Thank you. Thank you. That was who it was, Ash. So, all these high scores we were predicting, guys, we all know fuck all about football. Oh, 58-55. That makes sense. I'm just thinking, bloody hell, you're in the last century.
More behind than us Burnley folk. And we are behind.
Yeah, they are definitely in the last century, I'll tell you. There's not a woman in Burnley that couldn't leave a back door open all day. Full of slags. Saint said he went 2-0. Yes, he did.
Right, yeah.
Yes,
he did.
Oh,
So
Nate went.
Nate went 3. Yeah, Nate agreed with you.
Yeah, that was it. Nate's a sensible one. He agreed with me. I've got to say that Kate's not in today, but she did actually agree with. I agreed with her the other day, and it was completely wrong. But I tell you what, whatever we all said, we're all fucking rubbish at predicting.
Well, there's still time for it to change. All it takes sometimes in a game like this is one goal, and it can just fully open up.
28 minutes. We could have a goal fest in the last half hour.
Or you could have a really good power nap.
Sorry?
Or you could have a really good power nap.
Indeed. I know which just doing to have at the moment.
Yeah, me too. See you later. Night.
Good, he's gone. Let's have some fun now.
Oh, come on. This game needs something at the moment. Look, it's even panned round to the crowd, and there's a little kid there going like this on his lips. He's that bloody bored.
Oh, dear.
He's there thinking, oh, that's brilliant. All excited. I'm going to the World Cup. My dad's taking me to see the World Cup in Qatar. And he gets shown this shower of donkey crap. Of all the entertaining 0-0s we've had,
this isn't one of them.
This isn't one of them, although the graphic has spoken.
Oh, it has! Brazil have scored! Oh, my God! Brazil finally break the deadlock. The women are bouncing up and down. I'm getting a headache. It's excitement. And I get a chance. I get a chance to 1-0
Thought you had a
to
Vuvuzela then.
Sorry?
Thought you had a Vuvuzela in then.
I tell you what, it really hurt my throat when I did that. 1-0 to Brazil. Finally, and it was
Vinicius Junior.
Yeah, it's Junior. Let's call him Junior. 1-0. Nicely taken goal. I've got to admit.
It was great pass by Casemiro, perfectly weighted. Vinicius Junior there, right place, right time, gets in ahead of the Swiss defender.
It's been cancelled.
Has it?
The goal has been cancelled.
Oh wow!
OMG! Or has it? I'm confused. No, it has. Oh my God! What excitement in the game! It's back to nil. Oh, I nearly lost my voice for no bloody reason. Oh God! Sit back down, everybody. Put your slippers back on. Make another cup of cocoa.
Wow. I said offside.
Yeah. There we go. Are Coca-Cola paying you for this advertising, Chris? Well, you'd be surprised. 11 goals while I was asleep. Naught since waking up. Your bloody fault, Nate. It's always the Americans. Have you noticed that? Whenever anything goes wrong, it's the Americans that are behind it. Now said he jinxed it. Nate said, and as soon as I say that, and Naz is doing his own version of the jingle. We're laughing, and he goes, "Whoops, 0-0, offside," and it's back to 0-0. Oh my God, indeed, Chris. Do you want to take your champ back? Yes, I do.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! No!
There we go. What can I say?
You are watching Leicester Till I Die TV.
And this is your host, Chris.
No! God, please, no! No!
I know. I'm sorry, but he's cheap and available.
How rude.
How indeed, exactly. How rude. Now, let's just see how much of a bollocks it was offside. Oh, no, in fairness, looking at that, it was quite a way offside.
No, it was. Looking back at it, can't fault that. I just thought we might have had something in the game, but
yeah.
It was almost like one of those moments, Chris, when I said about having a power nap, when you sort of just fall asleep and then and then you sort of jump, you wake yourself up because you've fallen off a curb or something.
Yes. Right, Brazil are coming again. Oh, it's a push. That's got to be a free kick. Yes, it was quite right. It was a clear. I mean, these players make me laugh. They need Oscars. All right, me? No, never. Henry says, "Do you think Neil Critchley will do a good job at Luton if he gets the job?" I don't know. Oh, he's in his face. The referee's in his face. He looks like he's about to start to dance. His arms are all over. I'm not. Do you know him, Dan?
Who's that? The player that's been booked?
No, Neil Critchley.
Oh, Neil Critchley. He's where is he? The guy who? I think he's the one who worked with Steven Gerrard.
Oh God! Right, there's a free kick here for Brazil. A nice hat there. What's going to go? He chips it in, and it's headed away. But he's not got it away. They're not. Then Brazil, they're not controlling this ball very well. That said, He brings it down and is manhandled off by 2 Swiss defenders. And it's crossed back in. Oh, is that going to go out for a corner? No, it's a goal kick. It's a goal kick. I must admit, there's a very few nice Brazilian fans. They've got lovely hats on and are really, really colourful. Obviously, the shirt helps in the crowd. And talking to Brazilians, hi, Kate. You.
If a Brazilian had a mustache.
Oh, no, you didn't. You didn't. You didn't.
It's all joke. She bloody knows it.
Oh, wow.
That said, though, I have worked out who Neil Critchley is. He was a Blackpool manager.
I don't think
he was Blackpool manager before Appleton took over.
We used to have him, Appleton.
Mm.
He was never far from the tree, so you could always find him.
You've definitely not missed anything, Dean. Trust me. Work could be more entertaining. Trapping your finger in a car door would have more interest.
I'll just leave that one up there for a minute, Kate, till he's read it.
Fair play.
Although you did say when you were telling us the weeing in the corner story that it actually, when you got it out, it thudded. So I'm not sure which to believe. Yeah, Maddison has been training. I don't think he'll start. I hope he will, but I don't think he will. I think Kane says he wants to play. Of course he does. He fancies a goal. He's got to drop Kane. He's really got to drop Kane. We know he won't. We know he won't. Shots fired indeed, Nate. I tell you what, when I have Dan on here, I feel like the United Nations. It's like the Arab-Israeli peace treaty with these two.
The thing is, though, we know we're all joking.
He's not. Kate definitely isn't.
Oh, she isn't. The thing is with Kate, like you said, Chris, and me being a partner of 7 years, still doesn't know when she's joking. So.
No, that's the problem. Yeah, she's caught me out a few times. The problem is senses of humour. They're very unique to the person that is telling them, and making the comments. And when you're actually face to face with somebody, you can usually tell. Some more substitutions going to happen.
Trust me, with Kate, you can't. Face to face or online, you don't know what's what.
Well, fair blues, I guess. But she says she's not joking. The other Kate's come in. Bloody hell, Kates are like buses. Not I'm saying that you don't look like a bus, ladies. No, far be it. Far be it for me to say that. But you get one and they both come in. How are you? Look at this. 2 Kates.
I thought you meant... I thought you was going to say because it costs about £1.80 a ride, but then I thought, no, Daniel, do not go there. Do not go there. However, to explain myself, I went there. So well done, Daniel. Well done.
And they went out into the garden. They lifted up the patio stone. And what did they find? Kate.
The remains of Daniel's body buried by Kate.
It's a buy one, get one free. You can never have too many Kates, can you? Yes. Kate's the other Kate, I'm going to say here, blue Kate, because she's got a blue, a K is in blue. Just in case, I'm not saying that. I don't mean blue Kate like she's been in any movies.
To be honest,
like
this house is bloody freezing, so it wouldn't surprise me if my Kate's blue and all.
So no, she's not been in any blue movies, no way. But blue Kate, because she's Kate, Kate's come in particularly late because that way she knows she doesn't have to predict the game and she gets away with it. He is. Oh, tell you what, Kate. Honestly, he so is. Like I say, it's only because I'm contractually obliged to have him on by the courts. Otherwise, I wouldn't. You know that.
Even if I go quiet, right, even after the shitty day I've had in my head, I'm trying to make myself, trying to make myself feel better. And I even said when I came out with a comment about you, I was joking. It was a joke. However, you came straight out and said, well, I'm not joking.
Do you remember that Christmas song, Pipes of Peace? Do.
Yeah.
Just to go back to the football, because there's a match going on here. Richarlison is off and Jesus is on.
You call this football?
Yeah, just. Yeah, so Richarlison's off, Jesus is on, and maybe he can save Brazil. Hey! Rafinha.
Well, they do have that wonder, don't they? That wonder they have there is called Christ the Redeemer.
This is true. Anthony's in, and he's on the pitch. Anthony's on the pitch. Soon he's recovered from COVID.
Well, see, he's wearing a yellow kit though, not a red one, which is really bizarre.
Yeah, and Sal obviously wasn't able to bring the bacon home. Sal has gone off for Switzerland, and Ibisha is on for Switzerland. And those that know me, good try, Chris.
Yeah.
Breland
Bolo has gone off.
And
Harris Seferovic.
And Seferovic is on. Yeah. I should have let you do that because you could probably say it better than me.
Harris Seferovic.
Well, Kate, if you were to come on, my sub count would go up because they'd all be taken with your beauty and thinking we need to get onto that show. We could call it the Christmas
kiss ass. Bloody hell!
We could have the Chris and Kate show.
I get used to Kate when the camera's not rolling.
It'll be CK like Calvin Klein. We could be the sweet smell of the YouTube.
Come on, Chris. An elephant never forgets, and you know me. After what I've eaten today, I don't forget.
You're not an elephant, mate. You've not got a trunk.
No, that's true. I'm a woolly mammoth, and I've had my tusks removed.
Talking about that, did you see Owen when he had to guess whose things he was eating?
Koala.
No. Well, I've actually held a koala in Australia, and believe you me, I don't remember it being that big.
Don't it with two hands, koala in one and the other.
There we go. Last 15 minutes. Is this game not over yet?
No, it's not. Honestly, I've been sat here through the second half wondering, should I even cover Portugal, Uruguay if we're going to see another bloody shambles?
No, I'm not doing it on my channel. It'll have about 10 goals. Gone fishing.
Daniel's fish on the end of my rod is cooking. Oh, I like that euphemism. That sounds all right. I mean, for a right treat.
Neymar's on.
Ooh.
When did
He's
he come
out.
on? When did he come on?
He started, didn't he?
No, I don't think so. Thought he was injured.
When you said Neymar's on, first thing I thought was, what, his arse? Crying and whinging.
He didn't. He's not. No. He's not on. Let's have a look. Neymar. Oh, maybe he's not. No, I didn't see Neymar. I saw Junior. I should have gone to Specsavers.
It's pointless, Chris. They can come to you now. Otherwise, you'll end up getting yourself a full English next door to hairdressers.
Not wrong with the full English. Oh, free kick there, straight into the Swiss keeper's arms. Brazil, I've got to be honest with you, Brazil awful in this game.
It's not clinical enough.
No. Leicester have a new song now. It's just like watching Brazil. We're not that bad. Wake up, Naz. Wake up.
I've not even said anything, Kate. Give it a rest.
So, 10 minutes just over to go, 11 minutes, which probably means 10 minutes, and it's been run out for a Brazilian goal kick. I've had more fun popping pimples than watching this game, I'll tell you.
Not been the best to watch, has it?
No. Not at all. Who is Gakpo, Henry? I'm not up with that one. Oh, God.
Gakpo,
I had to read that twice, Ash. I did have to read that twice, but it's quite clever when you say it with the Irish accent. It actually works.
Neymar jokes, Ash. Yeah, Cody Gakpo is a Dutch, 23-year-old Dutch winger who plays at PSV.
Ah. Oh, I was completely misreading that. I thought he was somebody that wanted to buy the club. They've got to sell it yet. Look how long it took Ashley to sell.
Oh, yeah. But then,
yet
again,
a hell of a lot of money. I'd sooner buy Liverpool. So, corner comes in from Brazil. And, the goalkeeper doesn't talk to his defender.
That's who Emery will be on about, won't it? That's who Emery will be on about Liverpool, FSG and all that crap.
No, Henry's on about Man United.
All right. Well, it just showed them then, didn't it? Roberto Carlos, the original Ronaldo.
Yeah. And there was a corner came in then from Brazil. It was well headed. So the corner came in. It was headed out by the Swiss defender, but the goalkeeper came for it. Obviously, they weren't talking to each other. And it was pumped back in, but it was straight at the Swiss goalkeeper. No holes in that defence today. 10 minutes of hell. Oh, I'm sorry. What can I say? Who'd have thought Brazil, eh? Who'd have thought it? Come on, South Korea. Who would have thought let me all right. If I'd have said to you at the start of this World Cup, do you know what, guys? Cameroon, Serbia is going to be a lot more exciting than Brazil, Switzerland. You wouldn't have believed me, would you?
No.
Thank
Definitely
you for
not.
What they were doing on the side of the pitch then. Brazil fans getting... Oh, they scored! Brazil has scored! Oh my God! They scored! Oh, is this a repeat of the earlier one? No, the Brazilians are smiling. Here we go! It's got to be... And after 83 minutes, to everybody's surprise in the stadium, a game of passing the ball around actually provides a goal. 1-0 to Brazil. And it's been allowed. I do believe it's been allowed. Please don't let it be allowed. Casemiro has scored.
Manchester United's Casemiro with the goal.
Yes.
Good finish, that. Does ricochet off Akanji's butt cheek a little bit there as well. So Manchester United Casemiro hits it against Manchester City's centre-back and grabs a goal for his troubles.
Come on, Nate. Come on, you're right. We need 2 more goals. We've got it right. I've only got one prediction right so far, and I think that was the France game the other night, 2-1. Mind you, I had gone 2-1 for like 5 games on a trot, so I had to come right once. Oh, here we go. Our Defo jinxed it this time, for sure, for Swiss. 1-0. 6 minutes left, plus, well, I don't know. Brazil are through. Brazil cannot go through. They join. It stays like this. They join France in being sure to go on. It's hit Manuel Akanji on the backside on the way in. So you could say it was a cheeky little goal.
It was.
I just thought I'd crack that joke. I do feel a bit of an arse now.
Hey.
I've got to the bottom of my arse jokes. One more. Sneaking one more in under the wire. You thought I'd finished, but no. Got another one in.
Never.
No.
I was just about to say before that goal that people on Twitter are saying that, you know, potentially Brazil are just a one-man team because without Neymar they look knackered. But none of Brazil's last 10 World Cup goals have been scored in the second half.
Ooh.
Full of useless information.
That goal involved 2 Real Madrid players and a former one. Vinicius Jr. had the ball on the left wing and found Rodrigo, who laid it off to Casemiro, who left Real for Manchester United in the summer. Anything you can do. Russ is in. Hello, Russ. How the devil are you, sir?
How are you doing, my friend? Hope you're well, Russ.
Turning into a bit of WWE on the pitch there. So, 86th minute. Let's have a bit of excitement. How much in injury time is there going to be? I'm going to go 6 minutes.
6? I'm going to go 4.
You're going to go 4. Get your predictions in, guys. Because none of us are going to get the score prediction right. So
we've not had any Neymar time, have we? We've not had any Neymar time, so it should be quite low.
Nate has gone 4, but we did have the VAR, remember?
Yeah, that's true. But Nate, to be fair, it wasn't on for long.
Ash has gone 5. Russ has gone 8.
Oh, big.
Russ hasn't
big
watched
time.
The game. Lucky bastard. Oh, dear. There's a good job you've got me and Dan to get you all amused and occupied, ladies and gentlefolk. There you go. Oh, good bad hair day there, sir. Go on, Kate. You usually get your predictions right over Dan. He never gets them right. You do. Russ says, I've been watching, but I know what the officials are like at the World Cup quiz. And Henry and Russ are saying hello to each other. So we've got a 4, a 6, a 4, a 5, and an 8. Mike's not in, so he can't. Dean, is Dean still in? Henry,
he's got work, hasn't he?
Oh, he has? Yep, so he can't. Henry, do you going to have a guess? And that Lau, whoever it was, and Scott's gone, I think. Well, he did predict Switzerland to win. So it's a free kick.
Well, this prediction's shit out already, hasn't it, really, at 1-0?
Yeah, 1-0 to Switzerland. So, here we go. It's a free kick. He runs over the ball. No, he doesn't. He runs past it to join the wall and nothing happens. Now it's hooked in and it absolutely misses everybody. And the goalkeeper stops it from going out for a goal kick. That was a waste of a free kick, Brazil. And now Switzerland are playing it about in their own half. They're going to lose it. They're not careful. They're going to lose it. And they're not. They hold it up for the Swiss goalkeeper. Henry's gone 8 minutes as well. And the prize for this, if you get it right, is a date with Daniel. And if you get it wrong, it's 2 dates with Daniel. Doug's gone 9. Doug has gone 9. Kate, I'm shocking the predictions. No, you're not. You beat me last year. What are you on about last season? I'm
waiting to see Kate's comment now. You've said that you've offered me out as a prize, you bugger. I'm waiting to see what Kate says to that.
Well, it worked on Coyote Ugly, didn't it? where she offered him out for the prize. I
Transfer.
don't think the Swiss will qualify. I got Serbia as going through. So on this performance, can you see Switzerland beating Serbia?
I mean, they have been very, very defensive in this game. Don't get me wrong, they've come forward the odd few times trying to catch them on the counter, but nothing really in terms of chances for the Swiss. I think it's going to be an interesting affair, is that one? I think we could be looking at another one of those games that could be 0-0 for quite some time, but at least be interesting.
Sorry, Kate, you've missed out. You've not had a guess, so you can't win a date with Daniel. The prize is mine. You can get a cardboard cutout if you want, even if that's somewhat creepy.
It'd be even creepy if they asked for another one because the other one's damp.
Kate's gone for 4 minutes. All right, let's get this back on track. And she's not watched it. She's come in to try and
6.
Trying 6 minutes. Oh, me, I win. Oh no, I want to go and date Daniel. No. Bye, Daniel. Bye.
And if he still doesn't answer, lover boy.
Hang on. The card was upside down. I said 9. I don't believe I've won Daniel as a prize. No. God, you must hate me. Well done. You make me sit through this match and then you give me a date with Daniel. Oh, God.
And you've had your hair done especially for it as well.
I have.
Did you have a Boy George backsack and crack? Hamilton.
Kate,
5 more minutes of this shit.
Kate said 6. Oh, she did. Yeah, no, I missed that, Kate. Kate, the blue Kate. She said 6. Oh, I'll tell you what, then you and me, Kate, will have the date and we'll forget Dan. Well done, Kate.
Happy days.
First thing got right all World Cup, but yeah, well done. And now it went 9. Don't know why I don't know why I'm writing that down. It's over now anyway. But probably just to take the pee out of you till later game. Oh, that was more exciting than the game. Let's be honest with you.
Yeah, definitely. Still 4 minutes left. Well, from what on mine anyway. Probably about 2 minutes left on yours.
And here is the news. 2 YouTube presenters found together in compromising position on London Common.
Oh.
Was the Brazilian player on the floor? Who knew? Oh, Russ. Well, you got a fan here, Dan.
Oh, bloody hell.
Oh!
Sorry,
No, that was sorry. I thought they scored another goal. That was the first one.
just to let you in on a secret, Russ, you'd have had to come to Lancashire.
Not only that, you're going to somewhere like Lancashire, and you're having to go on a date with Dan. I mean, it's a two-way loss, isn't it? No, you could have gone to Yorkshire on a date with Kate.
Well, Russ is a Leeds fan. He's a Yorkshireman.
Oh, well, there you go then. Match made in heaven.
He's a Leeds supporter who worked for
Rotherham. I thought there'd been another goal. It was a replay.
How did Anthony not finish that?
You know what Anthony's like. He never finishes anything, does he? I'm trying to think what you mean by a spanner. Or do you mean Dan?
It's because Kate's a mod on your channel, so she got a spanner outside of her name.
Ah, I thought he was referring to you, Dan.
Well, there is that as well. Let's. I'm not the brightest tool in the toolbox.
No. So I went to the doctor, I said, I've got my steering wheel.
Oh, I
stuck
knew
to my
that were
crotch.
coming. Knew this were coming as soon as you said the doctor.
He said, does it hurt? I said, well, it's driving me nuts.
Hey. The old ones are the best ones, and you, Mr. Forian, are a very old one.
And I am best, but you can but hope in your life, Dan, to get to half as good as I am, and it would be an achievement.
To be honest, Chris, I'd be happy enough just to get to half your age, mate. If I'm honest. Well, I'm scoffing down those Weatherspoons meals. I'll be looking to reach 50.
Yes. Oh, here we go. My match made in heaven is your guest. Oh, it's sick.
Be serious, man. You cannot be serious.
This game ends in a minute, Kate. I'll meet you in the other room.
Well, I don't believe it.
And if you're not there, Kate will start himself. Full time.
Who says throughout all this chat I've not been starting just to pass the time? Why do you think I'm sat at an angle?
Up and down earlier.
I'm sat at an angle so that you can't see my other arm moving.
1-0. It is all over.
It is.
Good night, Vienna. There we go. Brazil 1, Switzerland 0. They don't need a plus on the flag. They need a minus sign because they had a very negative performance today.
It wasn't the best, was it? Wasn't the best at all.
No. Oh, a battery of jokes coming out here. I mean, that you've got to say, like I say, looking at all those games today, you would not say Brazil-Switzerland was going to be the worst. But then again, having said that, you look at it and go, oh, it's on Chris's channel. Of course it is. You are
like England's RTV curse. You are like England's RTV curse, you are. I
am. I am jealous. I mean, I still remember that night he fell asleep in bed with me on his chest. Well, actually, when I say me, it was his phone with me on it. But it's. I don't care. It was as good as.
It were. I had a picture of you, Chris, and I'd zoomed in right to your chin, right, because it was sort of at an angle on the photo where if I zoomed in, it actually looked like an airy arse crack, and it really turned me on. Again, yes. I've got the cream. Okay, right. Let's get rid of Dan. No, not yet. Let me do that. There we go. Are you watching the Portugal game? I am. I am on Dukesters as well for that one. So there's 3 of us in there that are Manger Toi. Which I must admit I'm looking forward to because I did see the film Mange One and the follow-up Mange 2. Come on. Easy peasy film.
I also saw Timbuk 1 and the follow-up Timbuk 2. Oh, Kate says, am I giving you a lift to your date, Daniel?
It's an holiday, innit?
Let me know when you're coming down because I'll move.
As soon as I come off this stream, I'll be on a come down.
Thoughts on the? I want to bring you right down now, mate. You got a 10-minute gap to fill. Tell me about the game. I'll be back in a minute.
No problem. That game was a shocker to watch, really. You'd expected better of both sides. It was almost like neither side wanted to lose.
Yeah.
And yeah, I didn't see enough from the Swiss, to be fair. Even when you look at the stats, 0 on target, it's poor. That's poor from the 6 shots that they had. Possession was even, which is fair enough. It was quite an evenly contested affair. but I did, I said that, and there's a few people that have predicted Brazil to go on and go quite far in the tournament. Based on performances like that, they come up against somebody that can finish or counter, they could be in big trouble. But we've seen these, where Brazil absolutely turn up in a game and then they'll come up in this game and it'll be a tight 1-0. Based on this performance, I'd say Cameroon have a good chance still. And, Serbia have a good chance against the Swiss.
Well, I'm just going to see. Just bear with caller. Keep talking. How far? Who else do you see getting out of the group?
Well, Brazil are through now, aren't they?
Yeah, that's why I said who else.
So,
you just don't listen to your dad, do you? You've never listened to me, son. When I used to tell you what to do, you wouldn't listen to me. And what happened? You got yourself into trouble.
I did. And I'm still in this prison they call Burnley as it is. Yes. Switzerland, Cameroon, Serbia. See, even the Swiss got a narrow result against Cameroon, so... Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna say Cameroon. I'm going to say Cameroon. I'm going to say that Cameroon beat Brazil. Brazil will be happy enough. They're through the group. That's it. They'll be happy with that. I'm going to say Serbia, Swiss play out probably play out a draw. But Cameroon will obviously finish in second because of their goals for.
Well, I've finally found one. So let me, there we go. Let me bring it up. Said that to you a few times. So Brazil are top with 6 points.
Yep.
Switzerland are second with 3, with a 0 goal difference. Brazil, like you say, we know Brazil are through. Cameroon and Serbia, as you can see, Cameroon third -1, Serbia fourth -2. Now, the game's coming up. Cameroon are going to take on Brazil, and Serbia are going to take on Switzerland. I have a feeling that tonight's going to be a good night. I've got a feeling that I can see Cameroon beating. If Brazil like that turn up, I can see Cameroon beating them. And if Switzerland like that turn up, Serbia are going to beat them.
Yeah.
But let's say Brazil suddenly decide, look, we called Brazil, let's play like Brazil. Then I have a feeling that it's going to be Serbia.
My thought logic, though, is probably that the Swiss are probably thinking, right, well, Brazil are through, so they should put Cameroon to bed. So Switzerland, for me, may potentially be thinking, a point out of this game, we still qualify.
That's a dangerous thing to go into a game, though, isn't it? Playing for a point.
It is. You should always be going out for the win. But as you could see in that game, they had a chance in that fixture to go top of the group and already claim qualification, and yet they threw 11 men behind, in their own half.
Yeah.
Cameroon can go into that if Brazil could potentially go, right, okay, we'll give some of the, not that their bench isn't strong anyway. The Brazil squad got talent all over the park, but it's, when you see a team that bottom of the league hasn't had a result all season but comes up against something like second in the league, are unbeaten for like 20 odd games, and then they grab a result. This could be Cameroon's moment, another upset. I don't know. As I say, it's all if buts and maybes.
It is.
All if buts and maybes.
Argentina back as favourites? No. They've still got to say there's a Saudi Arabian performance in them. If I'm looking at those three, like we say, Brazil are through. Switzerland, as Anthony does, it comes in, states the bleeding obvious. Brazil through now. Watch Costa Rica beat Germany 1-0 and Japan draw with Spain, and Costa Rica tops the group with a -5 goal difference. I know. Dan got a date, says Anthony. You should have been in. You've missed it, mate. We've got him fixed up. Don't get jealous, Dan. Don't get jealous. Out of those three, I mean, I think Serbia will do it, but I would love to see Cameroon go through. Purely because of what they bring to the tournament, what their fans bring to the tournament, So that's what I would like to see. I'm not saying it will happen, but it's what I would like to see. Dan, mate, you've got another show coming up in an hour. So
just less than that.
Yeah. So all right then. You've got another show, Dan. Let's go back. Dan, you've got another show coming up in 58 minutes.
Definitely not, because that's when kickoff starts at 7. So I'm starting at 6:45.
He's not, guys. He's starting at 7. Tell people where they can come if they want to watch you and Portugal versus Uruguay. And just remember, guys, that Dan did come on this and it was 0-0 for a long, long time.
However, every time Chris does a watch along, it's always 0-0.
True.
The majority of the Leicester games as well, may I add, but that's from a good Leicester performance. That said, yes, please do come over to Turf Moorhouse TV if you wish, and
I will
also
look for you. I will find you, and I will kill you.
I'll kill you. To be fair, yeah.
Will you stop asking stupid questions?
Can't help it; it's in my DNA. But yes, please do find us at Turf Moorhouse, Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, and TikTok. Instagram, YouTube, and everywhere that social media is, you can find us. Just search Turf Moorhouse and show us your support and tune in. You never know. There may be a chance at another date if it doesn't work out with Chris.
God, I hope it doesn't. I do apologise to everybody. I should have given you a 5-minute warning that I was going to make Dan full screen then.
Oh, no. I forgot my wallet, Chris. It's on you.
You were never that good an aim. Right. It's usually in the corner, so I'm safe.
The teeth marks on your left buttock tells different.
On that note, goodbye, and thank you for coming on.
Take it easy. Thanks for having me.
Cheers, mate. All the best. Bye-bye.
Yeah, mate.
Thanks. I think thanks to Dan. I think that's the word I'm considering. Thanks to everybody that watched along, that came in the chat. A load too many. Naz, Ash, Anthony, Nate, Kate, Kate 2, Blue Kate, Henry, Doug, Mike earlier, myself, Dean, Scott, gentleman whose name I couldn't pronounce, Russ. It's been a pleasure. The game wasn't, I've got to be honest with you, to say that was Brazil is disgusting. Fingers crossed for Portugal versus Uruguay. I am going over to the Dugout Football channel. We'll be live there at, I'm not sure what time, I just asked him, at about 6:45ish, I think 6:30, 6:45. So Dugout Football channel, me and Doug and George, a threesome. Got rid of Dan now. We'll have a threesome. Thank you very much, guys. Hey, it's been a laugh. If the match has been shit, and it was, at least we've had a laugh in the chat. It was more exciting than the match. I will be back. I'll be back. I will be back tomorrow, guys. 2:30 to cover the Ecuador-Senegal game. That is a decider for that group because at the same time, Netherlands are going to be playing Qatar. But Qatar are out anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Ecuador or Senegal could decide who goes through with Netherlands, because I'm presuming Netherlands are going to be beating Qatar. And then 6:30, we are back for the... Well, no, I tell a lie. It's all changed. It's all changed. At 5:45, I will be joined by Mike, who's a Wales fan, and we will be looking at the game before we go then normally live at 6:30, obviously with the pre-match build-up. But 5:45 it starts tomorrow with the with Mike and myself having a banter about Wales and England. Kate, you are most welcome. It's why I wanted to come on this morning. I hope I put a smile on his face. You always do, so we know that, and hopefully I have done as well. Take care. All the best. Look after yourselves. Whatever you do, remember, just don't do anything I won't enjoy. I will see you tomorrow, or I'll see you in a bit on Doug's channel. Good night, and thanks very much.
That's all, folks.
Thanks for watching Leicester Till I Die. This is Chris saying goodbye, and see you next time.
Thanks for watching. These videos are tremendous. You better like them too, or I'll be back.
Leicester